y-axis. 0, 0 left, 0 right, and I'm going to go negative 6 because it's a negative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Took a sip of my coffee there. All right, let's get rid of this. Now I put the 0 in for x. What do I put the 0 in for? Of course. I put it in for y. This one's going to be a little bit easier because there's no fractions. This one's going to be a little bit easier because there's no fractions. So this cancels out right here. Negative 1/2 times 0 is 0. I don't have anything left over there. It cancels out. So I got 3x equals 3. 3 times x equals 3. The opposite of times is divide. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. I get x equals 1. Over 1. And then I go up or down 0. I don't go anywhere. Up or down 0. So let's go ahead and connect that. Make a nice looking, ooh, that's kind of a steep line. I would say that line is steep. All right, let's get rid of this stuff. Let's do it the other way, the y equals form. There we go. We want this to end up being y equals and all the other stuff over here. All the other stuff over there. We want it to be y equals with all the other stuff over there. So what am I going to do? I'm going to get rid of the 3x. Subtract 3x. Now remember, we can't do this subtraction. We can do this one because 3 bananas minus 3 bananas is 0 bananas. But we can't do this one. We can't do 3 apples minus 3 bananas. It doesn't work. So I still have negative 1/2 y over here. And then I just have 3 minus 3x. Good. So negative 1/2 times y. Negative 1/2 times y. The opposite would be divide. Now here's something interesting. Here's something interesting. We know these check out. If you remember, I already did this one earlier. Right? I already did 3 divided by negative 1/2. It was negative 6. I already did that. I already did that. So I know that 3 divided by 1/2 over here is also going to be 6. Except for over here I have a variable. These are the same numbers. Look. Oops. Look, these are the same numbers. That's a 3. That's a 3. That's 1/2. That's 1/2. They're obviously going to give me the same number. But the tricky part is understanding the signs. Positive divided by a negative was a negative. A negative over a negative is a positive. A negative over a negative is a positive. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. So I end up with negative 6 plus 6x. Negative 6 plus 6x. Now, let's see if we remember. We just take this number and we go on the y-axis. We just take this number and we go on the y-axis, starting at 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking good. Hey, but, uh-oh, look at this. This was a fraction. It told us up and down and left and right. It was a fraction. The top number told us up and down. The bottom number told us left and right. There is no bottom number here. There is no bottom number. What am I supposed to do with 6x when there is no... Haha, some of you are already thinking it. Put it over 1. Any whole number over 1 is exactly the same. 5 over 1 is 5. 6 over 1 is 6. 1,000 over 1 is 1,000. So now the top number tells me up or down. The bottom number tells me side to side. Excuse me. I'm starting down here. Remember, I start at this point And then from there, I go up or down the top number. Am I going up or down? Well, that's easy. I'm going up because it's positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where do I go from there? I go right 1. Right 1. 1. Looking awesome. Looking awesome. There we go. Yes. Exact same line. Exact same line. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Okay, we're going to do one more, okay? I'm going to do one more of a problem that we haven't done yet. Let's try 4x plus 2y equals, we're going to go equals 6. All right, so here we go. I want that equation to finish in y equals. Oops, we want it to look like this. I want that equation to finish in y equals, okay? So I want to get rid of this stuff. And I got 2y equals 6 minus 4x, because I know I can't take away 4x from 6. I know I can't subtract 4 coffees from 6 orange juices. I can't do that. So I need to get y by itself. 2 times y. The opposite of times is divide. These check out. Let's see, 6 divided by 2 is 3. I know that. 4 divided by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Remember, I've got that x, and then I've got a negative, and this is a positive. A negative, and this is a positive. Negative over a positive is a negative. Negative over a positive is a negative. So I have y equals 3 minus 2x. Let's bring our graph into here. Now, I think on this one is the point where you're going to say, wow, it's easier to graph like this. It usually is. Remember, on the y-axis, I start with this number. On the y-axis, I start with that number, 3. So let's go 1, 2, 3. How did I know to go up 3 instead of down 3? Because it's positive. So I've got negative 2x. Anytime you see a whole number here, meaning no fraction, anytime you see a whole number there, put it over 1. Because a whole number over 1 is the same thing. That number tells us up or down. This number tells us left or right. So from here, I go down 2, 1, 2, right 1. Now watch, I can do that again. 1, 2, right 1. It's on the same line. You can see 1, 2, right 1. Yeah, 1, 2, right 1. Now you want to see something cool? Look at what I had here. I had negative 4x over positive 2. Now I divided those. I divided 4 by 2 and I got 2. But I had 4 over 2. I'm just going to leave it here. I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to do it in a different color. Remember, I started here. Watch me go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm here. Now I'm going to go to the right 2 because it's a positive 2. 1, 2. Look at that. Down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right 2. Same. Same. I don't have a black line, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this in blue. Yeah. All right, so what do we got? This equation has this line. That's right. But this equation is the same as this equation. It's just kind of moved around a little bit. It's just moved around a little bit, and if it's the same equation, it gives us the same line. Practice problems. Do a great job.